Hello and welcome back. So in the previous video, we looked at some operators in Python, and then now in this video, we would look at how we can make use of some of these operators to control the logic of our programs. Okay, so without wasting much time, let's get started. So in our normal daily activities, we sometimes have some control over the things we do. Sometimes on a daily activity, we choose to do certain things, and then whilst a certain condition is true, then we do the other one. We don't always repeat the same task over and over again. Sometimes we do some of them only if another condition is true or something else. In programming languages, we also do that. Sometimes you want to just execute a particular command if a condition is true, and then execute another one while another condition is false, right? So let's look at how to do that in Python. So I create a new file. This time I'm using a terminal. So I touch 7.0. So that's conditionals.py, right? Always remember to keep that in. Then I open it up here, conditionals.py. So here I have, so for conditionals, all you have to do is to represent them as if statements. A more technical name would be control structures in Python, right? So these are just if statements, and for if statements in Python, all you have to do, if a certain condition is true, then so you put a condition here, and then you check this condition. While it is true, then you do a certain task. So you put a command here, either print something, do a mathematical computation or something. If it is not true, or else, if the condition is not true, else, then you put another command here. That is if you have two sides of the command, right? So you check a condition, and then while it is true, or if it is true, you execute a command, else you execute another command. You could also decide that no, sometimes you have multiple conditions, right? So while a condition is true, do something. So do something, right? So do something, and then else if another condition. So for else if, we use the elif, right? Else if, so we use this one to check another condition, right? And then colon, and we indent, right? So pay attention. We have the if statement, and then we bring the condition here. Then we put a colon here. While we put a colon here, then we indent, right? If you're using VS Code will automatically indent the code for you. And then you put the command or the task that you want to execute beneath the if, beneath the condition actually. Just make sure that it's indented, right? That is Python's way of detecting that this statement is for this if, else you get an error. Other programming languages like C and the others use curly brackets, and then they put their commands inside the curly brackets. Python says just indent, and then I'm smart enough to know what to do. Okay, then you do something, and then if you are done checking other conditions, then you do something else, do something or not do something. So either you do something or not do something, right? So basically this is it. We have if statements, and then if else statement, and then if elif, and then else statements. So let's look at how we can actually use that. So we mostly so let's say I have bar1 to be equal to, okay, let's have age, right? Age is equal to 23. And then now if I have age to be 23, then if age right? So you want to check a certain condition. So if age is equal to 23, right? 23, remember the equality operator? If it's equal to 23, print happy 23rd birthday. Happy 23rd birthday. Keep in mind that since it's a string, you have to put the strings in quotes, right? So happy 23rd birthday. 23rd birthday. Right. So if I run this, when we said to run, you just run Python and then the name of the file. So this is 7 dots. Then you see I got happy 23rd birthday. So if age is equal to 23, print happy 23rd birthday. What if I change this age to 24? What happens? Nothing happens. So which means that if you want to check or if you want to do something else, when this statement is false, then you need an else statement, right? An else. Like this. Else do something. Or let's see. Sorry. I don't know how old you are. I don't know your age. Something like this. Know your age. So now it means that this condition, when this is true, this statement will be printed, happy 23rd birthday, else it will tell you, I don't know your age, right? So which means that if I should save this and rerun this command, we expect what? I don't know your age here, right? So now the question is, so we use else statement if you want to do something while this condition is false. If you don't want to do anything when it is false, then you don't need the else statement here, right? But what if you want to do something else, like we want to validate or do something else, right? So let's write another if statement. So you could have multiple if statements, right? But then if you want to check other things inside the if statement, then you have to do so. Let's say something. If age is less than, let's say, 18, right? Print you are young. Or let's say you cannot vote. You cannot vote, right? But then, so now I want to check a different condition, right? So I say else if, elif, right? I want to check a different condition, age. So I want to check if age is between 18 and maybe 60, right? So elif age is between, so to write that we say is equal to or greater than, so greater than or equal to, right? 18 and what? Less than or less than 60, right? So and age is less than 60. What should happen? Don't forget your colon here. Then print what? Let's say you are a youth, you can vote, and you have to work hard, right? So this is your useful ages, so you have to work really hard, right? What if you want to check something else? What if you want to look for a condition where the age is greater than 60? That one, then we just have to say else what? Thank you for your service. So print, thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. For your service. Right? Or happy retirement, right? So now we are checking. Aside this one here, I can comment this one out so it doesn't interrupt our code. So we check whether this age is less than 18. If it is, we expect that this should be printed. Else, if it's between 18 and 60, this should be printed for us. Then this should be printed aside that. So let's see. So to rerun this code, let me first clear the screen and then I run this. It says you can vote and you have to work hard. So which means that this age is between this one. So bear in mind that while you are using this end, right, it checks that what? This value is true and this value is true, right? This value should be true. And then this statement too should also be true. If these two statements are true, then this returns true and then this statement gets printed or this command gets executed, right? Else, then it tells you that. So let me change this to 60 and let's see what happens. 60. And then now when I run this, it tells me that you cannot vote. Really? No. Sorry, I'm not supposed to change this one. It's supposed to be 18. I'm supposed to change the age value rather here, right? So here should be 60. Then when I rerun this code, it should tell me that thank you for your service, right? So what if we want to check whether the person is older than 90? Then all you have to do is just add another else if statement here to do that. So basically, this is how we make use of conditionals or put some control on our code, which is that this whole chunk of code will not run if this value is true, right? So we control the running of the code and then we don't have to execute everything to the screen. So basically, this is it. If you've learned something from this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and share with your friends so they could also learn and benefit from this video as well. If you find any difficulty or there's something that is not clear, you can leave your worries or your complaints or your concerns in the comment section below. They will be glad to attend to you and explain to you so you understand. And as always, we can't wait to see you in the next video.